fishing man out on the lake. All you need is a line and a pole that'll never break.
Hey there, Rednecks, Preppies, Redneck Preppies. It's me, the Redneck Preppy. How you doing today? Great? Good. Have you ever pulled a small or largemouth bass out of the water, held it up for a photo, and noticed something strange? Maybe it had black spots or splotches across its body, on its fins, along its sides, or even near its mouth. These blotches look like ink splashes, almost like the fish has been painted. Well, those mysterious markings are something that scientists refer to as melanosis, or blotchy bass syndrome. And today, we're diving into what causes this strange condition, what it means for the health of the fish, and whether or not it's actually something worth worrying about. So what is melanosis? Melanosis is a condition that causes dark pigment, called melanin, to accumulate in certain areas of a fish's skin. That pigment causes the splotchy, uneven black markings that you may have seen on small and largemouth bass. Melanin is the same pigment responsible for human hair, skin, and eye color, and it also appears in animals, reptiles, birds, you name it. In fish, melanin is produced by specialized cells called melanophores. Now, normally, melanin is distributed evenly throughout the fish's skin, but in melanosis, something disrupts that balance, causing the pigment to clump up in blotches. So why does this happen? There isn't a clear answer yet. Scientists are still researching this, but several theories have emerged over the years. Now, theory one is sunlight exposure. One of the most common ideas is that increased UV radiation from sunlight plays a role. Bass that spend more time in shallow, clear water may be exposed to more sunlight, which could trigger melanin production as a natural form of protection, sort of like a tan in humans. The idea is that the black blotches act like sunscreen for the fish, guarding its skin from UV damage. But that alone doesn't explain the patchy pattern. If it was just sunlight, wouldn't the coloration be more uniform? So let's move on. The second theory is genetics. Some researchers believe that melanosis could be genetically linked, passed down from fish to fish. Now, this would help explain why blotchy patterns are sometimes found in certain lakes or regions more than others. Just like some people are more prone to freckles, certain bass may be genetically wired to produce more melanin in response to environmental stressors. The third theory is, stress and environmental triggers. And that brings us to another strong contender, stress. Melanosis may be a response to stress caused by pollution, poor water quality, sudden temperature changes, or handling by anglers. It's believed that when a fish undergoes stress or minor trauma, the skin may react by overproducing melanin, and that forms kind of like a scar in the form of a black mark. And in some cases, injuries or irritation from parasites may also kick off the process. Now, this idea has some backing due to the fact that some fish develop these spots after being caught and released, suggesting that the trauma of being handled may play a role. So is this harmful? Well, despite how odd it looks, melanosis doesn't appear to actually harm the fish. Studies show that blotchy bass behave normally, feed normally, and grow just as well as their spot-free counterparts. It's purely a cosmetic condition, like a birthmark or a freckle. In fact, some anglers even find the spots kind of cool, like natural tattoos. There's no evidence it's contagious, and it doesn't indicate disease or sickness. So if you catch a bass with black splotches, don't panic. It's not diseased, and it's totally safe to release, or even eat if you are planning on keeping it. While melanosis isn't dangerous on its own, it's still of interest to fish biologists because it could serve as an indicator of other environmental factors. If a lake were to suddenly see a surge in blotchy bass, researchers might look closer at water quality, chemical runoff, or temperature changes. In this way, melanosis can be a subtle sign that something in the ecosystem is shifting. It's a bit like the canary in a coal mine idea. The spots don't hurt the bass, but they could help scientists track the health of freshwater systems. So the next time you land a bass with black spots, take a second to appreciate its uniqueness. Maybe even snap a photo and report it to your local wildlife agency. Some regions are encouraging citizen scientists, aka anglers like you, to share info and photos of melanosis cases to help track patterns and research the phenomena. Because the more we understand these fish and their world, the better we can protect them for future generations. And who knows, your blotchy bass might just be the key to unlocking a larger mystery. If you've ever caught a bass with black splotches, let me know in the comments. I'd love to hear about it. I personally never have. At any rate, I hope you find today's video at least be vaguely entertaining and mildly informative. As always, I hope you enjoy your time on the water. Take care, and bye-bye.